Hello everyone. Hi Rehan. Hi Taj. Hi Neha. So am I audible? एक बार टाइप करके बताना. So am I audible? Good evening. Good evening. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, थोड़ा और वेट करते हैं. 2 मिनट और वेट करते हैं. 167 प्लस हो चुके हैं. हेलो गुड इवनिंग. हेलो सत्यम. हेलो कीर्ति. हेलो मीनू. So tell me in the comment section which year are you all from? Hi, hi, hi. So what's your name? So my name is Himanshu Shekhar. Currently, I am a third year undergrad in YMCA University of Science and Technology. Okay, first year, third year, second year. Okay, okay, great, great, great. Okay, so most of them are from first year and second year, right? And third year. So great. Okay, so most of them are from first year, second year, and third year, like me. Okay, so let's let's start our session first. So the session is all about DSA with C++, data structures and algorithm by using C++, right? Sorry for the background noise. So Manglesh is asking the attendance link. So attendance link will be provided into last of the session around 7:50, and you all have to fill it, and the certificate will be made by using that attendance link. So you have to consistently attend all the 7 classes, and according to that we will provide the certificates to all of them. Yeah, so that's about the attendance sheets. So tell me something about what do you know about the DSA, data structures and algorithm. And also comment down which programming languages do you use. Do you use C++? Do you use Java? Do you use Python? So just comment down which programming languages do you use. Great, Rishabh. Algorithms used in problem solving, arrange data in main memory. Great. Okay, so C++, Python, Java. Okay, so basically most of them are using C++, right? C language. Great. So we are going in C++, but C++, Java, C इन तीनों में ज़्यादा फर्क होता नहीं है. Just some syntax changes. So if you can able to write or if you can able to learn C++, then it's great. Java और C पे शिफ्ट करने में ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा नहीं. पाइथन ज़्यादा रिकमेंडेबल इसलिए नहीं होती क्योंकि कुछ मतलब लाइब्रेरीज वगैरह काफ़ी हैं पाइथन में, एंड काफ़ी टाइम इंटरव्यूज वगैरह में कह दिया जाता है कि यू हैव टू कोड इन जावा और सी प्लस प्लस. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम या तो सी प्लस प्लस या जावा रिकमेंडेबल होती है. Okay, so great. So let's begin our first day of the boot camp. So basically, this boot camp is all about 7 day, and we will just go through everything about the data structures and algorithm and the C++ programming language. So we'll do both of them. So 7 day का structures कुछ कुछ ऐसे structure हुआ है that for the first 2 or 3 days we will cover all the necessary things which we need to do in C++, and then we will for the for last 5 days we will cover all the data structures and algorithm. Of course, 7 days we will not able to complete all the data structures, but we will try our best to go with most of the data structures. So जो टफ डाटा स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, जो टफ टॉपिक्स हैं डाटा स्ट्रक्चर्स के, डायनेमिक प्रोग्रामिंग, ग्राफ्स, शायद ये कवर ना कर पाए, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द डाटा स्ट्रक्चर्स हम ज़रूर कवर करेंगे. और इस तरीके से प्लान्ड है कि आप लोग आगे इस बेसिक बूट कैम्प को यूज़ करके आप आगे क्वेश्चंस वगैरह कर सकोगे. Great. So let's start with our PPT. So so we will start with introduction to C++. So the first thing is introduction to C++. C++ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज के ऊपर इंट्रोडक्शन होगी एंड सारे सिंटैक्स वगैरह हम कवर करेंगे C++ के रिगार्डिंग जितनी भी चीज़ें पॉसिबल होंगी हम कवर करेंगे for the first 2 or 3 days, and then we will shift to data structures and algorithm. Correct? So the index will be for today will be like we will first learn the history of C++, and then we will go for the advantages or the characteristics of C++. Then we will go for data types and input outputs. यहाँ से main चीजें start होंगी except from the theory part. And then we will write our first hello world program, and then we'll learn about the if else statement, and then we'll go for introduction to loops or the operators. And this will be our today's index which we will cover today. So let's start with history of C++. So basically history of C++. C++ was invented in 1979, and it's an extension of C programming language. C programming language 1960s में ही cover हो गई थी, and why it is called C++ because it's an advancement of C programming language. The plus plus is, you all know what is plus plus. It's an increment operator. So the name suggests C++. It's an advancement of C programming language. So in the late 1983, firstly it was known as C with classes because इसमें classes and objects used होते हैं. So it was firstly named as C with classes. Then it was in 1983 when it was changed to C++ later. So it's a brief history about it, simple history, when it was invented and why why it used the most, we will cover. So it's a brief description about in which year what major changes were happening into the C programming language. Like this is in 1983, C with classes renamed to C++. In 1979, it was the first time developed C with classes, and this was the latest updates in C++, where minor update C++ 14 release in 2011, C++11 release. So this was a not a major but minor updates. So now characteristics of C++. Why C++ is used most of the time? What is its advantages? So C++ first of all, it's a compiled C. It's compatible, and it's capable of high performances. So most of the time आप लोगों ने भी सुना होगा कि कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग करनी है तो C++ लैंग्वेज चूज करो, सबसे फास्ट होती है. सो या इट्स ट्रू. C++ language is one of the fastest language, and it is capable of high performance. So that's why C++ is recommendable over any other programming languages. And the most important part is C++ is an object oriented programming language. So what does it object oriented means? So we'll speak about it later. But generally जो objects और classes को use करते हैं उनको हम object oriented programming languages कहते हैं, and C++ is really good in it. So now comes the basic structure of C++ code, right? So basic structures C++ code का क्या होता है? We will now go with it. So that's our Hello World program, in which you can see the first line, which is include iostream. What is that? That's the header file library, right? So the first thing which comes is header file declaration section. So the first thing is header file. What is header file? The header file library is something that let us work with the input and output objects such as cout. सो हेडर फाइल्स वो होती हैं जो जनरली जिनके कुछ फंक्शंस होते हैं, लाइक इनपुट और आउटपुट को आउटपुट करवाना. It's one of the functions, and there are many header files which is used in the C++ programming languages, like header, like hashtag include vector and maths and many more. So the first thing which we will came across in the C++ programming language will be uh, header files. In the initial थोड़ा बोरिंग लग सकता है क्योंकि ये थोड़ा थ्योरी पार्ट है, बट इसको कवर करने के बाद हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी करेंगे, हम कोड भी करेंगे, सो थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग बनेगा जरूर, right? So first of all, we'll just cover all the theory part once, and then we'll take your questions also, and we'll go with coding and practical things also. So the second line will be using namespace standards. So that is using namespace standards. What is that? That's the standard libraries, and which we can use names for objects and variables from the standard libraries. So that is simple standard libraries, right? उसके बाद आता है int main जो कि एक फंक्शन होता है, एंड इस फंक्शन के अंदर हम अपनी सारी कोड लिखते हैं, और ये फंक्शन हमेशा एक वैल्यू रिटर्न करता है, राइट? So int main, this is called a function. Any code inside its curly bracket will be executed, right? And now the cout, cin and cout, that we will cover in brief. Cout means generally cout means it will print something. That's the simple meaning of cout. And cin means the value should have taken from our side. So that is a basic meaning of cin and cout. And then the last line is return 0. It always returns 0. The main function will always return 0, and the bracket close. So that was the general overview of the code, C++ code, general C++ code. General C++ code will appear something like that. And now let's code it into our code editor too. So code editor में भी हम ये करके दिखा देते हैं, like this is a code editor. I am using code blocks. You can use any code or code editor as your choice. So like for the first line we are using hashtag include iostream, then we use namespace standard. Okay, so now we are printing our first hello world program. Every statement closes with a column, right? Semicolon. So let's compile it, and yeah, so hello world. So हमने अपना hello world program execute कर लिया है. If you want, you can try by your own. आप लोग भी try कर सकते हो. And, okay. Great. Okay. So we have printed our first Hello World program, and that was the simple, Hello World program. Later on, we will cover some more, some more programs. You can also try it on your code editor, right? So I hope you tried Hello World program by yourself, so you can do it. Now let's move to the next topic, which is C++ data type. So basically, C++ data type. What is data type? We have to store different things into different places. So that's the same thing which data types do. Uh, it generally consists of three types: primary data types, which consist of int, float, char, void, bool. So primary data type are the data types which are defined, right? We can't change it. And then we came with derived data type, which is derived from the primary data type, right? Like arrays, array of strings should be array, and functions, pointers, reference. These all are the things which are derived from the primary data type. And now user defined data type or data type which is defined by us only, right? It consists of union, class, structures, and many more. So these are the data types, and let's move forward. Now the C++ variable. Now from there, you will going to see uh, most of the important things, right? So what are the variables? Variables are the containers for storing data values, right? So what type of the variables we will need right now? It's int, which stores all the integers, which stores all the integers from a specified range. So int int only consists of the integers, and the range is fixed. Then we came across double. Double will be when you learn in your when you have heard of the decimal values. So double is same as decimal. Then characters, char, which stores the characters, right? Like A, B, or any symbols. So it store it. Then we came with strings, which is any sentence or any word we can include it in it. And then we came across bool. Bool only returns true or false, right? So why are the why we need the variables? Wait a second. Wait. Uh, am I audible, guys? Uh, Now, am I audible? Please comment it down. Better. Okay, okay, fine. Now the voice. Guys, can you comment it down now? The voice is clear or not? Is it still breaking? Okay, okay. Now you are audible. Okay, 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 fine. Okay. So let me again, go through the C++ variables, right? So C++ variables, it stores specific data into specific container, right? Like if someone's need 8-bit, 8-bit storage, right? And we could, if like int int needs 4-bit, so there is no need to give him extra space, right? So that's the thing which variables do. It just it are the it contains it are the containers for storing the data values. Okay, so like int wants 4-bit of data, character needs 1 bit of data, 1 bit of memory, sorry. So it's that's the C++ variables. So int is all the int stores all the integers, and double stores floating point numbers such as decimals. Character stores A, B, and symbols, all the characters. String stores all the combinations of the characters, which is a word or the sentence. And booleans for true or false. It only returns two type of thing, which is true and false. So that's all about the C++ variables. Now we have to go forward and look out global and local variables declaration, right? So what are the global and local variables? That is something we need to understand first. So global variables are the variables. We learned all about the variables, right? Now, what is global variables? Global variables are the variables which we declare globally. What do you mean by globally? That means we have to declare it outside the function. And local variable are the variable which are declaring inside the function, right? So like I'll show you. So like int a is equals to 10, right? So I am just declaring it globally outside the function. And when I write int b is equals to 5, it means I am declaring it inside function, and it's local variable. So b is the local variable, a is the global variable. we can use a will not lose its identity when we exit the function also. So that's the thing. Now return back to our PPT. So that's the thing which are global and local variable declaration. Now we have to move further. Now if or else statement. So first of all we learn if statement. What is if statement? So its syntax. Let understand its syntax. So it will first take if, and we have to give them a condition, right? And if that condition holds, then we have to execute our code. But if that conditions will not hold, then definitely it will not go into that part of a code, right? So for example, if 20 is greater than 18, so what is, if we have given a statement if, and we have given a condition which is 20 is greater than 18 or not. If it's correct, which means yeah, it definitely is correct, so we will print 20 is greater than 18. But if it's not, then definitely it will not go into that part of a code, and it will not return, right? So that is if condition. So let's code it. So like we have already made two variables a and b, so we can just uh, make a if condition, like if a is greater than b, then what we will do, we will just print, what we will print, a is greater than b, will print this, right? But let's see what will be the output. Yeah, so a is greater than b, so it executed, because we take a as a 10, b as a 5, and a is greater than b. But if we take b is greater than a, and then we compile and run, then there is no output, because the code didn't enter into that part of a code. So we didn't enter into that part of a code. While if our condition holds true, then only we can go that part of a code, right? So that's the if condition. Now let's move to the next condition, which is the else condition, or the else statement. In else statement, there will be one condition in the if condition, and if other than that condition will if we came across other than that condition, that will be your else, right? Like in the previous time we saw, if 20 is greater than 18, so we'll print the will print, or we enter into that part of a code. But if what happens if we cannot executed that condition, so what will happen, we didn't return something. Now we will return else statement. Else means if condition do not hold true, then we have to enter into else. Okay, so we'll take the same example, like is the screen visible? Okay, then. Okay, so now what we did, we take A as a 10, B as a 5, and if if we give this condition where A is greater than B, then definitely our code will execute and it will return A is greater than B. But what will happen if we give B greater than A? It will not return anything. Now this time what we'll do, we will also put an else condition where if condition do not holds something, holds true, then definitely we have to print other. So B is greater than A. So if B is greater than A, then what will, if A is greater than B, then what will print A is greater than B. But else condition, if B is greater, then definitely this will print. So let's try it. 10, 5 is greater than B, and if we make B as 15, then what will happen? Then B is greater than A. So now you understand if and else statement, how if and else statement works, right? Now let's come to the final, the if the else if condition, right? So we go through if condition, we go through else condition. Now we have to visit else if condition. So many times we have more than one or more than two conditions. In this scenario, else if statement we take into consideration, right? So we take A is equals to 10, B is equals to 50, and when A is greater than B, so it prints A is greater than B. But what happen if we make A equal to B? Then let's see what it prints. It still prints B is greater than A. Why? Because when A and B both are equal, it still come in the else statement, right? So what we will do, we will make an else if condition. So else if condition syntax is same as the if and else condition syntax. So we'll put our condition there. If A equal to B, then what we will do, we will just return A is equal to B, right? So if now we use three conditions. If A is greater than B, we'll take print A is greater than B. Else if it do not holds, then we'll go with else if. Remember one thing, सबसे पहले firstly if statement will be executed. If it's not able to execute or it holds wrong, then we'll go into else if condition. And if else if condition do not holds, then we will print the last or else condition, right? So let's see what will happen. So now A is equal to B, right? The output is correct. A is equal to B. So we'll go through each statements, if statement, else statement, and else if statements. So these are the three statements which you will going to use many times while learning more things. in C++ and the data structures and algorithms. So let's move forward to the next one, operators. So what are the operators? So let's understand about the operators. So the first operator is arithmetic operator. The first operator is arithmetic operator. So it we learn into our previous classes that what are the arithmetic operators. It's plus, minus, division, multiply, and many more. So these are the arithmetic operators. So how it executed? Let's go into our again code editor and see. Like we take a is equals to 10, b is equals to 10. So if we want to use plus, then what will be, we'll just make in c is equals to a plus b. So now you tell me what this c holds. C will hold the value of a addition b. A is 10, b is 10. So it will you can guess what it will return. So if we return c, then yeah, it's returning 20. Same as if we use multiply or the subtract operator, so it will give 100. So that's the simple operators, arithmetic operators. It will giving you the 0, right? So that is the simple arithmetic operators in which addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or modulo game, right? Now we came across assistant operators, right? So what does it do? It holds the is equal to, like when a equal to b, so it will equivalent to a equal to b. So okay, so let me introduce you to some more operators. So what is a plus equals to b means? So you know what is it means? It means a equals to a plus b, right? And if so, comment down and let's understand it very well. So if we see out a, if we return a, what will it return? It will return 10. Why? Because we just store 10 into our int variable a, and it generally returns a, right? But now if we return if we use this operator plus equal, which actually means a equal to a plus b, what it will now return, you can guess the output. So it's 20, which is the a and plus b. If I make this a 100, then what will it return? 110. It means a will become a plus b, right? Same with the minus equals to operator, or you can use multiply, or you can use division. So let's use this division operator, and what will it return? It will return 10, which means a will become a divided b. A was your 100, b was your 10, so it will become this. So I hope you all understand this. Please comment it down if if you understand well. Okay, great, great, great. Great. So, what we just covered arithmetic operators and assignment operators. Now we go with relational operators. What does relational operators do? So, so that's the simple sign equal to and not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So you all have you all know this signs. So what does this operators do? Let's understand again. So like if we use, if a is greater than b, then cout a is greater than b, like we did in the if else condition, right? So what I do, I just make it 100, both 100, and if I use a is greater than or equal to b, so just write down a is greater than or equal to b, right? So these are the operators which we use, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, right? So let's, so yeah, it prints a is greater than or equal to b. Now if we use a not equals to b, like we have taken both of them equal, and if we are using a is not equal to b, so if it condition true, then this will print. If it's condition not true, then this will not print. So you tell me guys, this will print or not? Okay, comment it down, this will print or not. Let's code it. Wait. Yeah, so it didn't print. So why it didn't print? Because we are taking the condition a not equal to b, but it is equal, so it will not enter into this part of the code. So it will check the condition, and the condition didn't fulfill, so it just not enter into this part, and it will return from from without printing that part of a code, right? So that was rational operators. And now we came across our last but not the least, logical operators. So what does this logical operators do? We all studied in our 12th that and statement, or statement, nor statement. This is same as the and statement. Like in and statement, what we did, if both the conditions holds true, then we return true, right? If one of them condition didn't true, then we have to return false. So same the condition of and what did we use for or statements? If in two of the statement, any of one holds true, then we have to return true. If both of them do not hold, then we have to return false, right? And if not, what in the not condition, if it's we will have to return not, right? So that was same as we studied in our previous. So that is logical operators. And where we use it, let's understand into our code editor again. Okay, so if we, I have taken all the example with the variable a and b, so it will you will able to clear it more clear, right? So that it becomes more clear to you guys. So let's take some value for the b. It's 200. right? We'll take A as 100 and B as 200, right? And we have to make, so if A is greater than 50 and B is smaller than 500, then we have to print, right? So what we took, if A is greater than 50 means it will check this condition and this condition, both the condition, and if both the condition holds true, then we have to print. So we'll compile and run, and the print is printed, so it means it holds true. But but if we use B as 50, right? So B is less than 50, which you can clearly see B is not smaller than 50, then it will definitely not print anything, right? Why? Because it will not entered into this code, correct? So this is the AND operator, and if we use OR operator here, so what the OR operator does, if one of the condition holds true, then definitely if one of the condition holds true, then what will happen, it will execute our code, this. So A is greater than 50, which is which holds our condition. So let's see. Yeah, it's print. So print is printed, it means we have entered into this part of a code. And why we entered? Because one of the condition holds true. So that was the simple logical operators which we use, right? And yeah, that's it for today. So what we have covered today, we have covered some brief history of the C++, why C++ is used, its advantages, its its disadvantages, its advantages and its disadvantages. Then we go through all the data type, we go through input output, then then we printed our first hello world program. Then if and else statement, we printed the if and else statement. And instead of loops, we will cover the loops tomorrow, and we will go through every operators. That was the simple things in C++. And we will cover most of the things and most of the coding parts from tomorrow, when we learn loops, which is for loops, while loops. We'll cover do while loops, and we will perform some coding part also. We will print some patterns, and that will enhance your coding skills, right? That was simple. Today's session was simple, all about theory part. Most of the thing were from theory. And I'll try my best to cover most of the things with coding, so that it will make you understand more, right? So that's it for guys today. So now the attendance list, I'm going to share in the description box. You should all have to, fill it down. So please fill attendance, and the certificate will be provided on the basis of that attendance sheet. You'll have to consistent every 7 day for getting this certificate. And please guys, if you are connecting still now, please like and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot, Aniket. Thank you. Thanks, Rakesh. Thanks. Yeah. Attendance list. It's in the description box. You can just go and fill out the attendance, and we'll meet. Tomorrow. Yeah, same timing. Yeah, same timing. 7 p.m. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks a lot, Shushmita. Thank you. Thanks, Karthik. Thanks. And this attendance sheets link will be applicable for tomorrow's sessions. So you can fill it down, and please fill it every day, and please attend the session every day. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, I'm leaving now, and let's meet tomorrow again. Thanks a lot.